What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Brand to Table podcast. As we continue the influencer series, I have another amazing guest that I've been following for quite some time. Actually, she's been in a few of the restaurants that I work with already, and it's just a pleasure to have her on the show. She's going to give you a ton of insight and expertise today when it comes to influencer marketing. So without further ado, I want to introduce Olivia DeMattio to the show. What is going on, girl?
What is up? It's a beautiful day in New Jersey.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
You're back in the cold. I know you're in
I
Florida
know.
recently.
Not happy, but what am I gonna do? I gotta work.
I hear you. Another day, another dollar, right?
My favorite line.
All right. So it's been a long time coming. You and I have
Yes.
we connected like earlier this year.
Yeah, at
And
least a year, I feel like.
yeah, I saw the content that you were putting out, and I was like, I love the way you bring just your natural approach. And it's like, I say this to a couple other influencers that were on the show. Like, I feel like I'm sitting in the restaurant with you as you're
Yes.
dining. And I know that's a major part of how you create your content. But let's go back a sec. Let's talk about that food chick and how that came to fruition on Instagram and other social platforms.
So for years, literally, like me and my boyfriend's hobby, as lame as this sounds, was just going to new restaurants and trying out like the latest spots around us. And for a while, I was always posting about restaurants on like my personal Instagram for friends and family to kind of like check out and, just like raise awareness of. And then finally, I was like, you know what? I'm bombarding my friends and family with all this food. Why don't I just start my own blog? And I was originally that Ford chick because of my work in car sales. So I was like, this is perfect. I just have to change one letter. So I went from that Ford chick to that food chick, and that's literally how the blog started.
My God. So
And
you've
that's
always had a passion for food.
Yeah, I'm Italian. It's like our entire lives are revolved around food. Sunday dinners, everything.
I love it. Okay. Yep. I hear you loud and clear. My mother's
Born
my
making
mother's Italian,
meatballs.
so spent a lot of days behind gravy and sauce and giant bowls of pasta for sure.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this for a second. When it comes down to creativity, right?
Mhm.
And good marketing, what do you think restaurants get wrong about this idea of being different on social media?
So I think one of the biggest things is a restaurant will see another restaurant doing something. And they're like, oh, wow, that's different. And then that restaurant copies it. And then the next restaurant copies it. And the next restaurant copies it. And then all of a sudden, you see a lot of new restaurants looking the same. So I don't think people are doing enough different, like for their own kind of creativity. They're kind of copying other people's different. And in a sense, everything's kind of looking similar. So I think people are missing the mark a bit on that.
Yeah, I'm starting to see like a monkey see, monkey do pattern here.
Yes, like a lot of green moss walls. That was a huge thing for a while, you know? You know what I'm saying? Like
And the
there's
neon, the
the walls are
neon.
grass again.
Yeah. Walls are grass, the neon's blazing. I want to just shed some light on something that you said though, and it comes down to originality. I mean, no one restaurant, no two restaurants have the same story. And I think that's something that we have to really lean into. I'm a big storytelling fan. And I think that's another reason why I wanted to have you on the show because you weave a lot of storytelling into your posts.
Yeah.
And I think that's why you have the following that you have is because they are genuinely interested in what you got going on a day-to-day basis. And I know you're hitting these restaurants like, I don't know, 2 or 3 a week sometimes. I don't know how the hell you stay so skinny.
I try to do 1 to 2 a week, but sometimes if I know I'm gonna be away, I'll kinda, like, compress a couple and, work myself to death, but it's alright.
I know that you've had some viral moments in your career of creating content. You mentioned to me offline Butterfish in Rutherford, Sorrento's in Mendham, and you did this really cool Newton, New Jersey series. Can you walk me through one of those campaigns and what made it kind of take off, in your opinion?
Yeah, I mean, recently, the Newton series I did really took off, especially on TikTok. It's actually still going viral right now. And I think the biggest thing with that was it was different than my other content, but it embodied a lot of Newton in one video. So it wasn't like I was going to one restaurant. I was highlighting 3 restaurants per video. It was 6 restaurants in total. So each video was a bunch of different, topics in restaurants condensed into 2 minutes.
Mm.
And I also think a lot of people are like, were not familiar with Newton, and that also raised a lot of, like, questions, like, "Where is this place?" Like, there's so many restaurants here I've never heard of, and Newton is up in Sussex County, so it's even an hour drive from me here in Morris. So I think just it being, like, a different restaurant and or not a different restaurant, a different town, and a town that not a lot of people talk about, that actually created a lot of buzz around it because not a lot of people knew what Newton or where Newton even was.
It's kind of a little hidden gem. So I live in
Oh, it
Sparta.
is.
I live in Sparta, so it's not too far from me, but not a place I typically think about
Mhm.
when it comes to restaurants. And to your point, this is why I'm so happy that you did this series is because there are a few little hidden gems in that town.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Yeah.
farmer's daughter is one that I'm gonna be hitting, in the next couple weeks, and hands down, that was, like, one of the number 1 comments, like, "You have to go there, you have to go there." So, yeah, there's apparently some really good, like you said, hidden gems in that town.
Yeah, there's one on the side street. I forget. My wife took me there when I was in the summertime. It's like a charcuterie spot. It's not quite a deli. It's
Is it like a soup place? Because that's another one people were talking about.
no, I don't know the soup place. I forget what it was called, but
Curd and Cleaver?
that's it. That's it.
So, farmer's daughter, the restaurant, owns Curd and Cleaver as well,
That's what I thought. Yeah,
and it's
they're
like
like
a
around the corner.
father-son duo.
Yeah, they're like around the corner from each other. I love the farmer's daughter. I've taken we've had Mother's Day brunches there already. Very
Awesome.
solid, very solid menu. And the food is
Good.
just like to die for. Like, to your point. So let's talk about this. Like something goes viral, right? How do you keep that momentum going? Because a lot of restaurant owners are like, yeah, it's kind of a one hit wonder sometimes, or that virality doesn't last long. And that's why I don't want to invest in influencer marketing. It's so how do you keep that engagement up after something hits like that?
So after something hits, from what I've seen, is always reply to comments. That's the biggest thing because I feel like TikTok and Instagram are not going to push your content if you're not interacting with the people interacting with you fairly quickly because they're going to be like, all right, it's a dead, post or whatever. So always, keep interacting. Now you can repost stories. So reposting them every so often and then also adding them to your stories and also the restaurant if they keep adding it to their stories because there's no limited amount of time that you can repost these. They're always available. So I guess just keep sharing it, keep interacting with people. Like I'll repost videos from a year ago and it kind of gets viral again. Like people don't realize that just because you posted a video 2 years ago doesn't mean it's not still relevant. The restaurant's still open.
Not
Repost
only,
it.
yeah, not only that, like your followers have changed,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you're getting new followers every day who you didn't have 2 years ago. So you're constantly having a new audience the more followers you get.
Yeah, that's such a little hidden gem when it comes to reusing content from the past.
Yeah,
Just because you said it once doesn't mean or you posted it once doesn't mean everybody heard it, right? To your point.
exactly. Yeah.
So when you visit restaurants, right? How do you decide what kind of video you're going to put together? So do you plan ahead or you just walk in there and you just whatever comes to you, you capture and the rest is history?
So I wish I was a planner, but if you ask anyone in my life, they will tell you quite the opposite. I am a wing it girl. I work best under pressure on the fly, and every restaurant is different. Every menu is different. Every setting is different. So it's really hard to plan unless you've been there before, I'd say. But I will take a look at the menu beforehand and kind of get a feel for the menu. But for the most part, I already know I'm going to be highlighting the food, but whatever else comes after that or with it is totally on the fly.
No. That's good. I mean, you have to have some sort of autonomy there. Like, I think if you come in too structured, you might
Yeah.
miss some things.
And if you come in, you can't plan. Like, they say like you plan, God laughs, basically. And then if one thing goes wrong in your plan, then you're going to be thrown off. And that's just not how I work. I just go with the flow of things.
Yeah. No, I think that's a great approach because you never know what you're going to catch. So I think that's one of the things. Like I know I had you at Rail Steakhouse, and I know Mike was there. Mike's the big head honcho over there, and he said he was keeping you guys busy for sure.
My god, yeah, and, like, one of the things that happened there, Mike served me a dish that had peanuts on it. He didn't know I was allergic. So that was one thing I was like, "Oh, like, I can't really eat it," but, like, I had my boyfriend tested, he liked it, so I kinda, like, played off of his taste and was like, "Well, I couldn't eat it, but he could."
Yeah.
So,
He
you
gave you
just
the
gotta roll with the punches.
he gave you the
No
bacon. He gave
no
you the
knocks
bacon.
to rails at all, this happens all the time, and
Oh my
yeah,
god, yeah. It was the
so
bacon dish, wasn't it?
it was, yeah, the bacon peanut butter dish, which, hey, if you like peanuts, I'd be all over it.
My god, it's so good. It's so
Yeah,
good.
I heard.
So, let's help these restaurant owners a little bit here. I think that there is a misconception sometimes where restaurant owners think that these influencers are just out for the free food, right?
Yeah,
Quick
of
money
course.
grab, quick free food. What's something you wish restaurant owners understood about what goes into your type of work?
So it's literally a job at the same time as it being, a hobby and a pastime and a fun night out. And to put these videos together and to put out quality content and the stories and the ads, I mean, that all takes a lot of time. And a lot of people don't have a lot of time. So I do sacrifice a lot of my free time to help these restaurants and to make these videos. So it's not to me, it has never been about money, it has never been about free food. This was something that kind of blossomed and blew up from me genuinely just coming in trying to help and raise awareness to these restaurants. So, I mean, that's what I would tell them. Really, it's a job at the end of the day. It takes time, it takes effort, and it's also travel time as well.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. I mean, you go so you're in Morris?
Yeah, so I my home base is Mendham, which is right next to Morristown.
Got it. So
But,
you
like,
were just
last night, we were in Saddle River, which was an
that's
hour and 5 minutes each way.
yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So you get around, you come up here, I seen you down at the block.
Yeah, I'm from, you know, Ocean County all the way up to Sussex County, I get or Bergen County, whatever the top county is. But it really just depends on what kind of energy we have. Luckily, me and my boyfriend like driving a lot. An hour to us is like whatever.
Yeah, listen, being up here in Sparta for 10 years, like
Yeah, you
everything
know.
is yeah, everything's 25 minutes away whether you like it or not, and,
Yeah.
it is what it is. You get used to it. You definitely get used to it. So let's talk about this for a second. How often have you ever had a restaurant say, "No, I don't want you to come. I don't like this. I don't want you to be here. I don't like my stuff filmed," that kinda stuff?
Honestly, no, because like if I'm going to be filming and doing a whole content reel and everything, I usually wait for like a restaurant to reach out to me. So if
Mm,
they reach out to me, then I'm like, okay, then they want me to come. There's been some occasions where I will reach out to a restaurant that like I really want to go to. And sometimes they just ignore me. They don't answer. So I don't take it as, whatever. They're probably getting bombarded with, influencers and everybody. But no,
yeah,
everyone has been super respectful and I haven't had any issue with any business owners.
you're a business owner yourself, right?
Yes,
Okay. You own a coffee spot.
I do.
Yeah, what's it called?
Simple Coffee in Mendham. And then we also just recently opened up a location in Jersey City.
Nice, we're in Jersey City.
In Harborside. So it's
Okay.
literally, like, right on the water. It's in a big building with other it's like almost like in a food court almost. But yeah, there's a ton of people that work in that building, so it's a great location.
It's a great spot. How can I have you on the podcast and not talk about your own business?
You asked. I wasn't gonna say anything.
No, I want you to talk about it because my next question is how does that help you create content? So you have a spot of your own.
Mhm.
So how does that help you create and collaborate with other local spots?
Well, I will say that I do bring in influencers to my own coffee shop, and it's huge. I actually have a iced coffee connoisseur coming on Sunday this week, and we're doing a whole spread of our coffees and everything. So I think influencing is great, and I'm can say firsthand that it does help business and raise awareness.
I ask every influencer that I have come on the show the same question. I want to get your take because I want to see a common denominator. But what's the best way for restaurant owners to approach food influencers like yourself to make it feel like a true partnership versus just a transaction?
So I think the biggest thing would be if you want to work with an influencer, go to their page and look at the type of things that they're promoting. Like, if you are primarily promoting pizza and you're only promoting pizza and you're a sushi restaurant, like, maybe don't waste your time on that influencer, but also like in the message to them, say, like, hey, I really enjoy your content. I liked when you did this video. I would love if you could do something similar to that. Like, it just kind of makes it known that they're not just, rapid fire AIing, a blurb to you that they're sending to 25 other influencers. They're kind of making it a little bit more personal. And also to put all of the information in one paragraph. So you're not going back and forth too much. Like if you're offering a comped meal or you're looking to pay, like, kind of just like lay it out in one paragraph because influencers do get bombarded
Yeah.
with DMs.
So what I heard you say was, be short and sweet, and
Mhm.
also make sure that it's consistent with your restaurant's brand.
Yes. Like, I get a lot of messages, like, a lot from people, I mean, from different states, and you can tell it's like an AI thing that they just copy and paste
Mm,
to all these influencers, and it's very cold and non-personable, and, most of the time, I just don't respond because I don't even think it's a real person messaging me.
yeah, it's like a bot.
Yeah, that's what it
Yeah,
seems like.
yeah. Where do you see food content headed in 2026? And what kind of trends are you seeing or styles that you're seeing that really excite you?
Yeah, yeah. There's so many food bloggers. There's like thousands. It's insane. So I think what's really, set a lot of bloggers apart to either make it or break it is really to be authentic with your content. Don't be fake. Don't be like, there's like a lot of people that use a lot of filters and a lot of like and not animatronics, or like, you know what I'm talking you know what I'm talking about? Like, just over the top stuff, and I feel like when you start doing that, you start losing your authenticity. So I think the way blogging is really going is to be, like, more natural, kind of like you're having, like, a conversation with a friend, but also while giving out good, like, food content and highlighting things.
I think this is such a natural way to have a conversation. And I think that's what you're saying when it comes to creating content for your restaurant is just go out there and talk to your audience as if they were there.
Yeah. And
So
joke around with them. Like, I put a lot of, like, little, like, jokes. I don't if you get them or not, but I'm always trying to be, like, funny.
yeah. Well, you're definitely not allergic to chocolate because I saw over the weekend
Oh my god, all the chocolate at the hotels, the chocolate coma. That was
that
funny.
was funny. You were like, "There's chocolate all over this room."
And then we go to another hotel, and it's like, there's more chocolate and more chocolate. I'm like, "What is going on in Florida?" But it was smart because they were promoting this one chocolatier in town.
Oh, maybe there's a little underlying thing going on.
No, there was because it was the same chocolate in both hotels.
Oh,
Or same brand, I should say. So, yeah, that guy was smart.
smart little
Smart marketing.
collab. Smart little collab.
Yeah.
So for restaurant owners listening, if you can give them another piece of advice to help them get their place more viral ready, what do you think that would be?
More viral ready, I mean, if you're looking for influencers to come in, I will say lighting. Lighting is hands down. If you're looking for like influencers to come in and make killer content, great content, if your lighting sucks, the videos are going to suck, even with the lighting that we do bring in.
My goodness. That is such a good point.
And also your plates.
Mm,
I can't tell you how many, if you look at some of my best videos are done on black plates. I don't know what it is. Black plates and dark colored background plates photograph the best and make your food really look different. White plates,
maybe that
get rid
maybe
of them.
that's so that's interesting because it could be because of the glare of the
It's
light.
the white, shiny porcelain plates reflect the lights on the ceiling and your light so much, it just can somehow really screw up with the footage, even if you have the best quality camera and best quality lighting. So if you're really looking for great content, make sure the lighting is there and your plates are there.
That's so good. So overlooked because the
Yeah,
restaurant owners, they're not videographers, they're not photographers.
exactly. They're not paying attention to those things, but the bloggers are that are coming in and doing the social media and the work for you. And yeah, you would be surprised how plates will literally make or break your photos. So less shiny. Even if it's a matte finish, that's better. But, like, those really shiny porcelain plates, nah. Get rid of them.
Dump 'em.
Yep.
Awesome. Olivia, what a great conversation. I know you got to get back to your grind. So, where can people learn more about you, follow you, get in touch with you, collab with you on the different channels that are out there?
So right now I'm on 2 different social media platforms. I'm that food chick on TikTok and on Instagram. I will say Instagram's probably the better way to get a hold of me because TikTok, I get a ton of spam bot messages all the time. So direct message on Instagram or my email, which is thatfoodchickog@gmail.com. Those are gonna be the best 2 ways.
Awesome. Listen, amazing conversation. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having
And
me.
absolutely. And we're going to get you into some more spots for sure. And it was just a pleasure. Finally, it
It
was
really
long
was.
overdue.
I know, we finally made this happen.
All right, guys, another episode in the books. Make sure that you like, subscribe, leave a review if you're getting some value out of these, because again, I think we're getting up there in episodes now. So definitely want to encourage that. And if you ever need help with your marketing when it comes to systems and process and actually getting that stuff out there, because I know you're busy, make sure you shoot me a DM on Instagram. That's where you can find me the best. Have an amazing day, and we'll catch you on the next episode real soon. Take care.